Hey there, it's Sam. I just wanted to follow up with you before we book a call and share with you some really valuable information and actually show you step by step those missed opportunities and what you could do yourself to fix them, or if you have a marketing partner on your team. Otherwise, I would love to book a call with you and see if you'd be a right fit. If you're looking to grow your business this year, if you really want to expand your team, grow your database, and build your personal brand, this is going to be the best way to do that, and it's the most cost-effective strategy to scale your business. I'm going to show you exactly how to run these ads, how to get the numbers behind it, and the reason why it works. So 4 years ago, I started my digital marketing agency, and I've since niched down to just service the real estate mortgage lender professionals because I've been in real estate for over 8 years, and I just understand the market. I understand what it takes in order to grow the business, and I see how valuable these tools and resources are. Instead of cold calling, instead of networking, instead of asking for referrals or buying Zillow leads, you're going to be able to run your own targeted advertisements to your ideal customers in your local market. You're going to be able to add valuable insights if you do video marketing, and you're going to be able to generate leads consistently for a seventh of the cost of Zillow. And they're actually going to convert 1 to 2 out of 100 leads, whereas Zillow leads convert only 3 to 4 out of every 100 leads or so. The ROI on these campaigns, from what I've seen, is a little bit higher than Zillow's ROI, just judging by some of the people that I've surveyed that do luxury sales and sales in other parts of the country. So essentially, we've produced thousands of leads, sold millions in real estate, and we've worked with dozens of different agents, individual agents, agent teams. And what we do is we run ads in Facebook's newsfeed and Instagram. We can also do story swipe up ads. And the way that this works is we use advanced behavioral targeting in Facebook in order to find qualified buyers and sellers, people that are interested in doing a transaction in the next 3, 6, 9, or 12 months. But we nurture those leads using automated email, text, and Facebook Messenger follow up. And this is going to allow you to pre-qualify those leads. It's also going to allow you to stay in front of them for the long term so that you're adding value as they get closer and closer to actually working with an agent, actually looking at homes, and actually getting pre-qualified to make offers. So that's the most integral part of this entire system, is the follow-up. And we also provide training for our agent on following up on the phone, sales scripts, and stuff like that. So a produce of leads a month. And the way it works is we use Facebook ads to offer them hot lists, hot list things that are coming on the market, things that were just listed. And we also do it with home evaluation campaigns. And we have a few other strategies up our sleeve. So here's some examples of what those ads look like. And we can run lead gen ads. We prefer to run them straight to Messenger. It's more cost effective to send them to Messenger, and then we pre-qualify them with the right information. So I'm going to go in here and show you the numbers behind a campaign in a specific area. So in this example, I use a market before Framingham, right? So if you're in Framingham, you're going to be able to target your local market and see exactly the number of people that you could reach, or how much you reach a day, and about how many leads you'll generate. And it's not an exact science with the amount of leads you'll generate or the cost, but they're giving you an estimate here. And under these new housing policies, you have to do a 15-mile radius, and you can no longer do demographic-based targeting. We used to be able to target people based off key life events where that would trigger a move, like getting married or getting engaged or having a kid. We can still do that. I'm going to save the advanced strategy for later in this video. But for direct response, as you can see, you can actually go in and target Zillow or Trulia. And what that means is visiting the website, and a cookie that Zillow uses to track all the data has been pinged off. And Facebook takes that information and relates it to your Facebook user profile and starts targeting you with ads. So you can actually target people that have recently been looking at real estate related interests, and that's something that you're still going to be able to do, right? So you turn this 600,000 person audience into a tighter audience of people interested in real estate. Now, I recommend split testing both, because just because they haven't been looking doesn't mean they're not in the market or considering, right? So essentially, people that click the ads, leads, any lead's a good lead, so long as you keep nurturing it, so long as you keep working it, everybody knows somebody that's looking to buy a home. And if you can be the one to add value and stay top of mind, you'll definitely be getting some transactions out of just having them built into your database, right? So $20 a day, you can see what your reach is, and you're going to be able to reach 386 to 1.1 people. And the type of ads you're going to run are similar to these examples. And we have a whole ad library. We use campaign and to test different headlines, different images, because some outperform others. And really, the key to running these type of ad is to test the difference between the Zillow Trulia and no targeting audience and see which one's working better. Test the difference between a headline and a picture and see which one's working better. And then what we do is we send them to Facebook Messenger. These chat bots built out. They're pretty do is, let's say they click, see my dream home. They trigger the word dream home, automated. It's all these actions laid out. They're now subscribed to a follow-up sequence. They're added to a hot sheet. If they have an email from a previous time that they've engaged with us, we'll send them in one direction. And if they have not given us an email, we'll get that email from them in order to send them what we've offered them, be it the listing or be it the list of homes or the home evaluation, right? So then we can send them into these sequences where they add their name, email, and phone number. And then we can actually map that to a spreadsheet for you and to your CRM. And then they're opting in for SMS and email as we go. And then essentially what you're doing is you're sending them that final sheet, whatever it was your offer is, and then they have additional calls to action. Now, during this time, you're also going to be sent their name, email, and phone number. I recommend you follow up immediately because speed to lead is the game, and talking to a real person and building that warm relationship will make all the difference in your business. Okay, so once they become who get to a buyer question, this will be a bit more intense. If I were to scroll out, you'll see all these different conditions and all these different questions that we ask in order to get basically every key data point that you would ask in your qualifying questions to buyers, right? So we end up with, we basically confirm that everything that they've put in is correct. And that way we pass it right along to you and your agent team to follow up. And that way you can add a serious level of service through automation instead of having to pre-qualify them yourselves. It saves a ton of time, increases the quality of the lead. And again, this will get triggered upon setup without you having to actually do anything that day. It's really phenomenal. So this type of marketing, I show you the template, so I can message, right? I can get started with a test message on my own page. So in this example, it would say get started, or if it was from an ad, it would be like Somerset Street, right? And then that would trigger the flow based off what I've put in ad campaign. So then we have automated messages. So I click buy or sell a home, and it now gives me these options essentially to subscribe to the home buyer, home seller flow. So this is the flow I just showed you, buy a home, and now we're going to start automatically, just messenger bot. So we have a bunch of different options and click 3 to 6 months. So that way you have an understanding of customers you're working with, whether or not they're a good lead for you to work with, if you want to refer them out to somebody on your team in your office for a fee. So there's a bunch of different benefits to this. And essentially you're going to be producing a tremendous amount of leads for a very good price. Numbers behind it normally are for every $2,000 in ad spend, you could get upwards of 1,000 leads at $2 each, depending on your market. For these higher end markets, like places like Newton, we've seen costs as high as $8 to $10 per lead, but the price points are $1 million home sales. So it kind of depends on your landscape, the geography, when it comes to this 15-mile radius. So for high-end brokers that are not looking to do business outside of a small area, we have a way better strategy for you to build your personal brand. And if you're on camera, if you're good on camera, this is going to be so effective for you. People are going to be coming up to you in person saying, wow, you're that agent I saw on Facebook. And essentially the way it works is instead of running a direct launch sales campaign with an offer, you're going to instead run a campaign that's just a video speaking to your target demographic. So let's just say we move this over to Newton, Massachusetts, where I grew up. Again, $1.2 million price point. They have new construction homes upwards of $3 to $4 million. And essentially what we're able to do here is, because we're not making an offer for housing or for a direct listing, actually target the city itself or the zip codes themselves, because it's not a housing offer ad. So you actually don't need to run special ad categories all the time if you make video-based content. Now, why would you want to run videos as ads, and how are you going to see an ROI? Well, that's a great question. Essentially, you can see here, you're actually reaching about 10 times as many people for the same $20 a day as you do run lead campaign. Additionally, you're going to be able to create people that watch those videos uptold. So being and going through your entire area's population for pennies, literally getting people to view this for pennies, and then retargeting them because they watched a certain level, what shows their intent, it shows they're interested. If it's specific to your market and it's a market update video, or if it's specific to your market, 5 ways that home sellers can maximize the value of their home and get multiple offers over asking price, and you're basically adding a ton of value and positioning yourself as the person to do that for them, then what you do is you follow up with your direct ad, and you just have an audience running. That's that custom audience of people that watch that video. So you're getting way more people to see and engage with you. It's a really high quality offering in terms of the value you're bringing, and then you're retargeting them. It's a warmer lead. They feel like they know you better, they like you better, they trust you better, and ultimately it's going to drive a better result. You're able to do that while following up in Messenger as well, and we can add dynamic videos. So these are the most powerful strategies to grow your business online in 2020. If you haven't tried them yet, I highly recommend that you do. If you've given them a shot and it hasn't worked out, I'd love to hear your reasons why they haven't worked out. I personally have only seen this system fail because people fail to work it, or they haven't invested enough time, money into actually generating those leads to get a good response. So I'd love to help you out this year. Feel free to book a call with me below, and I look forward to hearing from you.